Eagle Nation, I still believe we need a wide receiver. And oh, by the way, Julio Jones is going to be released by the Tennessee Titans. We'll talk about that and the fact that Adam Schefter closed the door on Watson to Philly.
This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike. Talking sixes in the bird gang, that's our life. Competition, we ain't scared, yeah, that's what we like. Win or lose, you know we showing up and we gon' fight. You see we strive for the sky every day that go by. And every single week we scream and fly, eagles fly. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah. This is Philly Talk with Philly Mike, yeah.
What is going on, everybody? I go by Philly Mike, and this is the Philly Talk Podcast. And today, we got a lot to get into. Eagle Nation, don't kill me on the Julio Jones stuff yet. I want to explain myself about the veteran wide receiver. Not necessarily him, but we're going to talk about all that. But before we do it, Eagle Nation, help your boy out and hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new, and ding that notification bell so you know when these videos drop. Diane Rusani, once again, breaking news. The Titans are planning on releasing wide receiver Julio Jones. Source tell Adam Schefter and herself. Shout out to her. Time to give some females some love. Adam Schefter always breaking the news. I heard it first from Diana. All right. With that being said, I know you guys are going to say he's old. He's washed. He can only be here for a year. We want to build this wide receiving core. We're going to talk about all that. What we need is a guy to come in here and help the young guys, which we have plenty of. And we're going to talk about how deep this wide receiver group is via this draft. You can get solid guys in the second and third round. There's so much to talk about when it comes to who the Eagles should get, 29, 30, 31, and why, right? But let's get to the Adam Schefter news, closing the door on Deshaun Watson. This is what he said earlier today on 97.5 The Fanatic, the John Kincaid Show.
Is there, if you were to say on a scale of 1 to 10 that there could be any, dark horse involvement for the Eagles and Deshaun Watson, would he want to come here? And would the Eagles at this, we've checked in before on this, any reason to check in?
No reason to check in. Nothing to see here. We can move on.
Okay, good. What about other quarterbacks that could be available now? If you what if you saw what if you go to Cleveland and they say, you know what, what if they end up with Deshaun Watson? Then Baker Mayfield's on the market. Do you think anybody kick tires on? You think the Eagles may potentially kick tires? Anybody like that would potentially shake loose that they might be interested in?
I don't see a quarterback out there like that. Whether it's Baker Mayfield or Matt Ryan or Sam Darnold, or you come up with a guy that all of a sudden comes free, Jimmy Garoppolo, that gives them much of a better chance to win this season than Jalen Hurts, especially with what you'd have to give up for him.
Especially for what you would have to give up. He pretty much said the Matt Ryan, Sam Darnold, Jimmy Garoppolo's, although they probably are a little bit better, when you factor in what you got to give up, this, that, and the third, you might as well go with Jalen Hurts, who did prove that he can get a little better. How much better is what we will see in 2022. So Adam Schefter said, close the door, move on. It's over. He went to talk about the Browns, the Saints, the Falcons, and the Panthers being big spots for Deshaun Watson. He said that Philly's ready to go full Hurts season and see if he can really take this job, right? We believed in him last year. He got us to the playoffs. Howie Roseman wants to see him one more year. So the Howie Roseman is just saying it because he's saying it. Talk, I understand it. It's Howie Roseman. But it looks like now, via Adam Schefter, you can fully close the door on Deshaun Watson and get ready to see Jalen Hurts, whether you like it or not. Now, Adam Schefter did not say the Eagles won't try to set up for a quarterback in 2023 draft or mess with a quarterback in this draft in the later rounds. He didn't say all that, but he did say Hurts season is 2022. He also talked about the draft being loaded. 20 wide receivers deep, second and third round gems. We're going to get to that, but let's go back to what we talked about, the tweet, the actual tweet from Diana. Let's pull that back up if I can figure it out. The Titans are planning on releasing wide receiver Julio Jones, sources tell. And I know people are going to say he's old. But this is what Philly Mike said on Twitter right after this news dropped. Hashtag Eagles need a veteran wide receiver. They are so young and might get even younger. Not saying in the first round. That's me saying if the Eagles do draft in the second or third, or maybe with one of the first. I don't know. With that being said, the age of 29, the age of 30, the age of 31, them type of players will do. Don't have to be young for this position. By the way, Julio Jones about to be released. Me pretty much saying that other positions, you want to get some youth. You're trying to get a cornerback, get a 25, 26, 27-year-old to grow, right? To replace Big Play Slay. The youngest position on this squad is wide receiver. Whether we believe Rager's going to do anything, which I don't. Whiteside going to do anything, which I don't. These are all young guys. Quez, Devontae Smith. If you bring in a older receiver, an Emmanuel Sanders, in a Sammy Watkins, in a Julio Jones, they can get that 1-year deal, get some money, especially if their market ain't big, and they can work with the Devontae Smiths, the Quez Watkins, the new young drafty wide receiver, whether that's first round, second round, third round. You're pretty much getting this guy for 1 year to teach, work with, and help the young guys. Devontae Smith wants a veteran wide receiver. He knows he's bad. Bad meaning he's really good. He's a bad man, as Stephen A. Smith would say. But he still can grow as a player, right? Devontae Smith is going to be a number 1 wide receiver in Philly for a while, right? He's going to be that guy. We drafted him to be our number 1 for today and beyond. So guys that come in here, whether it's the draft, whether it's free agent, they know where we stand with Devontae Smith. So young guys can go underneath them. Old guys can help them. Pause. The fact of the matter is, 30 years old, 31, or 32. Does it matter for 1 year if you got gas left in a tank and you're able to produce at a level we need? Come help us out. It's the youngest position on this team. We're not saying, oh yeah, Juju, 25, he can grow. That's cool. Christian Kirk could have grew. DJ Chark could have grew. I understand that. But we might be able to grow, Quez. Devontae's going to grow. Dallas Goedert's going to grow. The draftee, whether it's first, second, or third round this season, is going to grow if we do it right. We need a guy to come in here and not grow with the Eagles. Help the Eagles wide receiving core. Help. And a guy whose market is getting lower, Julio, Emmanuel Sanders, Sammy Watkins, older guys, they might take on that challenge to get a paycheck. Don't want them to just come to work to get the paycheck, but it is what it is. Devontae Smith, the Heisman winner in college, right? There hasn't been a Heisman winning wide receiver in 20 plus years. These guys, these older guys, especially a guy like Julio Jones, respects. They're both Alabama wide receivers. Devontae Smith said he's already spoke to Julio Jones. He respects Julio Jones. They got that brotherhood. I'm not saying we do it, we don't do it. I'm just saying that the idea of us getting a guy 30 years old for 1 year, a lot of people are like, huh? It makes sense to me because Devontae, Quez, and somebody else is the future. We just need to help their future get brighter. And how do you do that? You bring in a Julio Jones, a Sammy Watkins, a Emmanuel Sanders, a receiver with the pedestal of success in the NFL. Once upon a time, top 10 type guys. Bring them in. Bring them in. No matter how washed you think of Julio or any of these guys are. Jalen Reagor. Come on now. Listen, if it was any other position, defensive end, D tackle, corner, safety, 30, 31, 32, I would not want to bring in. But the youngest and the position that needs a grown, needs that old man knowledge, the wise knowledge, is the wide receiver room. the youngest room in the Philadelphia Eagles locker room. So why not give it help? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section on Julio Jones, the fact that Adam Schefter shut the door on Deshaun Watson. Let me know your thoughts on that. We out.